Okay. So what if I told you that this wastewater that is being discharged untreated could be turned into a fertilizer using solutions that are aligned with our developing context? We all know that centralized solutions in rural settings are not really an option. And that's why people continue to take matters in their own hands and pay a truck to empty their septic tank, moving the sewage to a disposal site and emptying that randomly. And the same applies in refugee camps where millions of dollars are spent every year on emptying services, while NGOs are trying their hardest to ensure quality compliance. I'm Rita Jahja, lead engineer at CubeX. My colleague Rabia is here with me today. And this is where we as CubeX step in with the mission to optimize the existing sewage servicing to make treatment more economically viable. After facing a fundamental challenge in the form of lack of incentives for homeowners to install a treatment system on site, this fueled our ambition to innovate in how septic systems are serviced. And this is where I would like to introduce you to Decantra. Decantra is a truck that allows for the separation of the water from the solids on site, return of the water after treatment, and recovery of the solids to be used in agriculture. And we're doing that with the support of our sister company, Compost Ballet. By only transporting the solids, we allow the truck operators to increase the number of households they can service, increasing their revenues while only with no additional cost on homeowners. And the business model is straightforward. For the operators to tap into this opportunity, the manufacturing and leasing is done by CubeX, and the operators benefit from the free drop-off at the designated sites for the sludge disposal. So far, we've been doing hands-on experimenting with sludge from septic systems all over the Bekaa Valley, and I can't really describe to you people's confusion when we would come in knocking on their door asking to open their septic tank and take samples from that. But people grew to understand the importance of what we're doing, and this is one homeowner who got to witness our prototype on field in action. Like, sure, we did have some failed experiments up to that point and might have expelled some wastewater on this guy's terrace, but eventually he was happy with the results. And all of these field learnings really contributed to development of an MVP. So now we're finalizing the manufacturing and procurement of the different system components that you see here. And we will be putting this to operation in August of this year with a number of partners to validate the process and the reuse of the fertilizer and product. And it's not just really about Decantra. Our gained knowledge and focus on decentralized settings and circular economy allowed us to be recognized in addressing a gap in the sanitation value chain. And this has allowed us to secure our biggest contract yet as operation manager of the Omni Processor, which is the facility developed and being built by UNICEF to service the refugee camps, which will allow us not only to gain further expertise and develop our expertise in this fecal sludge management, but also to further validate the financial feasibility study of Decantra, which we're also doing now with the support of Cross-Boundary to really close the gap between the technical development and the profitability. Now we're looking to secure $80,000 in grants to have our first commercial unit ready by end of 2022. And after validating the profitability, we will be able to build on that to leverage more commercial units and eventually have 15 trucks in operation by 2025. We're envisioning to start the operation ourselves. Later on, we'll be transitioning into into a franchise model to scale regionally and internationally. And this is the team behind all of the efforts. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Lisa. We have